Here's my creation of the week. The steamed pork bun with the soup dumpling filling. In order to make a juicy filling, you will need the chicken jello or pork skin jello. Here you can use a whole chicken, or you can use chicken bone or feet or wings or even pork bones.
1 hour, starting now.
Of course, you can use a can of broth from the supermarket. If you're interested in the traditional pork skin jello, you can watch all the way to the end.
1 hour, starting now.
And now you must be wondering how to wrap the soup in a bun. The answer is Agar Agar, or somebody call it Agar Agar. Agar Agar is a kind of seaweed that's full of zinc, which is good for our health.
30 minutes, starting now.
Agar Agar is mostly used for dessert jello, but now it's popular for modern cooking. It is better to remove the fat from the chicken stock before forming the jello, but I didn't get time to do it, so I'm doing it now. The extra jello can be kept in the freezer for later use. Now let's prepare some spice-infused oil. Sichuan peppercorn is a great choice. You can have red or green or mixed. Of course, black peppercorn is fine as well. One more thing we can do to enhance the flavor of the pork is to make the ginger and green onion water. You can use grounded pork or you can chop your own. And here I'm using the pork belly. You will need about 30 grams of ginger and green onion water if you are preparing the chicken jello. Otherwise, you will need about 100 grams of water. Once the water is added, then it's time for seasoning. Once it's all seasoned, then it's time to add in the chicken jello and the peppercorn oil and mix them well. Now it's time to prepare the dough. You can use the white sugar if you have, and I'm using the brown sugar. I'm forming the dough on the countertop, and you can also use a big bowl to do this.
I bet you know what I'm thinking about. You know I can't stop loving you. Every time when you're looking at me, it feels like my heart is skipping a beat, yeah. You know I can't live without you. You make me
1 hour, starting now.
Here you can poke a hole in the dough. If the hole shape stays, then it's ready. Divide the dough in half and wrap the other half to prevent the dough getting dry. Try to use the center of the rolling pin when rolling. It's important to keep the middle part thick so it won't leak when you steam it.
Kiss you in the moonlight. There is no place I'd rather be. Come on, girl, we can take my car, drinking some beers in your favorite bar, yeah. You know I can't live without
It takes some coordination and practice to make the bun, but it's easier once you learn the techniques from my video. And you can find the detailed description and the recipe right here below the video. Now the bun is nicely made, you can put it on a piece of parchment paper that fits its size.
30 minutes, starting now.
While the buns are resting, you can set up a steamer and bring the water to boil. Turn off the heat and leave the lid on for another 10 to 15 minutes to firm the texture. Now it's time to enjoy the delicious juicy pork bun. Now I'm going to show you how to make the traditional pork skin jello. It is important to remove all the fat from the pork skin, and it will make it taste better. And also you can use the warm water to wash the pork skin. And also remove the pork hair if it's needed. I'm using the rice wine here, but you can use any kind of alcohol that you have. here you can blend it for a better texture if you have a blender. Now you have the pork skin jello, and it's full of collagen that will keep you young.